Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Kimbo here, and it's time for an epic unboxing. So, we've got this package here, courtesy of Amazon. Blah. That. And then, Yaga. Oh, okay. So, this is what we got. It is this. So, we got the epic Beyblade Burst Quadstrike chain Kerbeus H8. So, yeah, or H8, yeah. Chain Kerbeus K8. But yeah, you know, K to H, just the text, it looks like an H a little bit. The K and H font is really, really similar with these. But yeah, overall it does look pretty sick, but of course being Hasbro's version of Chain Kerbeus, and you know, the chain's not going out or anything, it is what it is, switching up the modes and everything. Yeah, and I definitely wish they would have put more paint on it, because it just has it on a little bit of the outside parts of the chains, which they would have put like a little bit more detail on like the chip itself. If it doesn't have like any paint on it, it's definitely disappointing, because it wouldn't take that much for it. But yeah, man. So anyways, you gotta check out the back. Chain Kerbeus, see the parts they gave it. It looks like Aqualon. Yeah, they gave it the original like Aqualon. And then it looks like the inside part having, is that kind of like a survive type of tip? And then the outside being like a yard attachment, I think. But 2, 1, 18, 18. They're saying this thing's just defensive. Well, I mean, the Kerbeus core does have some pretty decent burst resistance with it. So yeah, the 18, that's definitely up there. They're like, it just breaks the absolute scales. Like, it should burst any bay. But 5 weight for agility and a 7 for stamina. So yeah, but without further ado, let's get into it. Let's see, I'm a reptile. Why the hell not? Might as well. Get that out of there. Yadis. We're not worried about the launcher. We've seen that. And then bop, bop, bop. Those over there. Cleaned up in here. I'm going to clean up again. But it happens, man. Alright, so now getting into it. Got Chain Kerbeus. So overall, like look-wise, I do like the purple that they used on the outside with the green. Got them Barney colors. I love you. You love me. Anyways, yeah, I definitely wish they would have put some more of the paint, like any paint at all, on the inside core, you know, because seeing those details, none of them really show, because just having, like, you know, the regular design without any paint or anything put on it, gotta make them heads pop and such. But yeah, at least they did the detail a little bit with, like, the chains on the inside, so that's pretty cool. And then it basically being, like, the high mode, unlocking the high mode, more round, and for regular chain, I mean, like, just being completely round and such, it has some big time defense power with that. But then the chains actually was what gave it like the major defense power. It didn't have like the craziest stamina or LAD, because just the stock combo, but it was really, really defensive. But yeah, having the overall round shape with it will still make it really round, just having those points right there. So yeah, it'd be hard to break through and burst this thing. Then we got the disc, which is the regular Aqualon. So Aqualon Dash having the 3 points, Aqualon the original one having 4. But yeah, so anybody wants the code for it, there it is. Almost forgot to show that off, but yeah. And then we've got the performance tip or driver. So the outside attachment being like how yard is, definitely being taller than the standard yard, which I mean isn't really a bad thing. It won't scrape as much, but yeah, you know, being locked in one solid plastic piece. Then the inside part being kind of like a revolve, but yeah, it's like revolve without the outside part, kind of. Yeah, kind of like survive or yielding with it. But yeah, not as big as like yielding, but yeah, I'd say probably the closest thing to survive. But yeah, dude. So here's Chain Kerbeus, completely assembled, and whoa. Ooh, yo, it actually has some pretty decent slopes with it at the beginning, and having that round shape with it, this thing could be really defensive. All right. So we got to see how strong it is, but we of course have the original for Hasbro, and then we got TT's version right here. So you know, minus the paint for Hasbro's version, of course, like on the inside part. Cool, they put the purple on the outside. Does resemble it that way, but just it's like how it is in the high mode. So how it's locked with this mode, it's basically the same thing, except just having like the low mode with it. But yeah. Let's see. I got the other one. I got like both modes for it. I still can't believe I managed to pull 2 chains. It was insane. But yeah, so there we go. There is the other chain. And, you know, how it looks in the low mode. Like I said, it being taller like this, it won't scrape nearly as much, honestly, compared to the regular yard, and I will say that being honest. But, yeah, so now we got to see just how strong it is. I'm going to use the Hypersphere Stadium for a lot of, like, the Quadstrike battles, because this stadium is just really, really fun. And how the Quadstrike drivers are, seems like they're kind of like a system that's a hybrid of, like, the gimmicks they've had before. So, like, how we saw Turbo with Slingshot, we're seeing the flat tips get more flat. Also, they circle around big time. Then Hypersphere with a stadium like this, you know, where, like, the bays move around big time in this stadium. And no matter what, like, you say what you want to about Hasbro's bay quality, I give them major props for just making all the stadiums they have and made really diverse selections for bursts. Because some of these stadiums are so diverse, man, and they're really fun. But yeah, so now we're gonna have a face-off against Kerbeus in the high mode. See how this goes. We got a little bit of dirt and dust and stuff in there. Stadium, dang it. There you go. Get that crud out. But yo, it's actually being really, really calm and balanced right now. Yo, stamina-wise, I don't even lie to you guys, I'm pretty shook. All those barrage attacks, I think it's still going to go down with the weight. Yeah, but honestly, like, it stayed in one spot really well. Okay. Oh, it's one. Ooh, that's a big-time hit right there. All right. Yo, all these hits, though. Like, when it comes to the barrage, this is honestly one of the bays that seems like does it really, really well, man. Maybe chain Kerbeus, like Hasbro format-wise, like this thing could be really defensive. Just the weight difference right there, you know. Having the 6, having the big-time heavy fortress. Yeah, and all that balance with it. So that is 2. I'll call it there. So I'm going to do one battle with the low mode. See how it does. Boom. And boom. It's going to probably move around a bit more aggressively. But yeah, man, that low mode, if it can maybe make it skid out, hit the wall or something. Climb up the bank. Slap and tickle, something. Uh-oh, and oh, that hit. It definitely hit the disc. It hit the Aquilon. And it does go down. So, I mean, it's to be expected with the weight difference between, like, the bays with each brand. But now, we're going to do one more test with it. And that being, it's going to face off against Chain Poseidon. We got to see how it does against it. Yeah. And hopefully it can at least take out Poseidon. I mean, if Poseidon's stronger than the original Kerbeus, then yeah. I mean, not a bad thing. It's pretty defensive, honestly, is Poseidon. But let's see if we can beat it with the stamina. The tip on Poseidon is more like a sharp at the bottom. It's like if Yard and... yeah, like Yard and Just had a baby. But yeah, and yo, it took it. But yeah, look at that. See how sharp it is? Yeah, it's like if Yard and Just had a baby. But Poseidon taking that first one. Now we get the barrage attacks, man. I'm just gonna go 2 out of 3. I mean, overall, it shows they're pretty defensive. Like, they're really, really defensive. But, yeah. Chain in general, having the round shape with it seems like more of the defensive, like, powerful Quadstrike base. And, yo, and maintains his balance with that one. So, it's 2. Alright, got them both in there. All these big-time barrage attacks going on, man. Is it at least enough to take out Poseidon? Both of them wobbling. Uh-oh. They're wobbling big time. And what? Okay, I fit. What? Wow, Kerbeus dragged out its spin a bit longer, but Poseidon stopped so suddenly. I don't know. I'll call that one a draw. We'll see how this goes. We'll do one more. It just stopped so suddenly. That caught me off guard big time. I don't even lie. I was not expecting it to just keel over that quickly. Uh-oh, Poseidon might have this one. Unless Kerbeus can throw it off balance somehow with those hits. It's the one that's wobbling in a major way. And it scrapes, and yo, Poseidon does take it. Just the overall tip for it. I mean, still having that raw defense with it. Poseidon just managed to take it with, like, the stamina. With how the performance tip is. But, yeah, I mean, overall, it does look really sick color-wise. Kind of similar to TT's, and I mean, they try to give, like, you know, mimic the Yard. And honestly, this Yard performed better than the regular one because it doesn't scrape nearly as much or have that roll. So, you know, imagine if they would have made Yard like this, actually. Taller and still had the metal ball at the bottom. It probably would have performed, honestly, better if they would have designed it that way and it wasn't as round and, like, rolled as much in the stadium. But, yeah, dude. Overall, does look pretty sick and interesting to see the Quadstrike system, well, the Quadstrike bays, and definitely looking forward to like more exclusives. That's honestly the main thing I'm looking forward to is like the exclusives and such. Seeing what they do, of course, with, like the regular releases, but also like I'm excited for the anime. They have a big time chance to like give Burst some major closure. Like it's in Hasbro's hands now. But yeah, and I can't wait to see what other exclusives they come up with and yeah, see what they do. But anyways, guys, that's going to do it for this review on this absolutely epic, I almost said Bakugan. Absolutely epic Beyblade Burst Quadstrike chain Kerbeus. Looking really, really dope. But hope y'all enjoyed. If you did, be sure to slice that like button down below. Let me know how I did. Also, I know people are going to be like, oh, you almost said Bakugan. It's late, y'all. I'm cranking. Y'all already know. Like, forgive your boy. But, yeah, hope y'all enjoyed. If you did, be sure to slice that like button down below. Let me know how I did. If you're new to my channel, definitely be sure to subscribe for some epic content because I upload daily. And if you haven't already, be sure to ring that bell by my channel name to be notified whenever I upload a video. So yeah, guys, till next time, it is your boy Kimbo signing off. See you guys later. Thanks so much for watching. Till then, stay awesome and let it rip. I'm up out of here.